seen already is the Easter Bunny dumpings.
In the days leading up to Easter, we heard from Haviva Porter. She runs Rabbit Rescue Inc. and was urging families planning to adopt a rabbit as part of their celebrations to be very sure they were ready for that commitment. She says in recent years the message has mostly gotten out, but tells us there are still usually a few rescued from abandonment. This year so far is no exception.
We pick them up from parking lots, under cars, in backyards. Just last week, we picked up 8 of them from one place. They were probably from a breeder who didn't sell them, and it was just, overstock.
I suspect a breeder probably knows that those rabbits won't survive. Do you think there are a lot of families who dump bunnies that think that the animal is just going to go into the wild and live happily ever after, and they don't realize that the animal is going to die?
Perhaps people don't mean to do something cruel and just aren't aware that these domestic bunnies can't survive outside and release them into the wild thinking, oh, great, they'll have a good life. Of course, that never happens. They either get hit by cars, they get injured, picked off by predators, and it's never a good ending for them.
It's easy to look at a rabbit and assume it's going to be a low maintenance pet. You have your enclosure, you find some pellets, here's a little thing of water that attaches to that enclosure, and off you go. But they're not goldfish, are they?
Yeah, rabbits are so much more work than people ever imagine. I find them much more work than cats and dogs.
A sentiment being echoed by the Toronto Humane Society.
I think sometimes the small animal pets or the small pets are seen as some of those starter animals when they are, in specifics to rabbits in this case, do have a fair amount of requirement or needs that need to be met outside of just being given the pellets. They are quite social animals. They're very smart.
Melissa Shupak is the Society's division manager for shelter programs.
So we haven't really seen a trend related to gifts. We do have a steady trend of surrender requests for rabbits all year round.
Shupak also saying when adoption agents believe someone is adopting an animal to give as a gift, they'll engage with the receiver or the intended caregiver to make sure they fully understand the commitment. Meanwhile, the folks at the Rabbit Rescue telling us it will take about 2 months to know whether or not the Easter adoptions are remaining in their new homes. For City News, I'm David Zura.